Hi everyone and welcome to Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make easy desserts with puff pastry. And we're going to make today fig and almond puffs. Figs are really popular in Greece. They're actually the most delicious there. I haven't had a fig even anything close to what figs taste like in Greece here in America, unfortunately. So when I go there, I eat a whole bunch of figs. But the second best thing to the sweet, juicy tastiness of figs from Greece are if you could find figs preserved in sugar syrup. They sell them in Middle Eastern or Mediterranean supermarkets or grocery stores. Maybe you'll even find them in the specialty food section of your supermarket if you have one. If not, substitute your favorite preserves. I love fig preserves, so I'll be using those. So you need some fig preserves, a little bit of water, eggs, a piece of puff pastry that comes already in the freezer section of your food supermarket, and a few sliced almonds that I've lightly toasted. So first I'll begin by making the egg wash, and that is so easy. You just separate the eggs. You just need the yolk for it. So I'm going to save the white to eat a healthy omelet tomorrow morning, maybe an egg white omelet, or maybe I'll eat it for dinner because after eating these, they're really buttery and rich, so you might want to eat something light for dinner. So I'll save the egg whites for that. So I'm going to save my egg whites for later. I'm going to add a little bit of water to my yolks. You could add milk or water. The water's going to keep it a little lighter. The milk makes a more darker golden color on top of the pastry. But we're going to use this to bind the puff pastry so that way it doesn't open while it's baking. Okay, so that's the egg wash right there. It's ready. And you can make this any size. You can make them mini if you have a lot of people coming over. Make them smaller. I'm going to cut this in half. That looks about right. And I'll show you how to make small ones and bigger ones. So it really should look like a square. If it doesn't, kind of stretch it out a little bit. So that way you want to get a triangle looking pastry, and you could really just do that if you get as close to a square as possible, but it's not the end of the world. You can kind of stretch them out and it'll still look really pretty. Okay, so what you want to do is brush egg wash just along the edges. You take a fig and put it in the center. Sprinkle a few almonds on top of that. And just close it like this. And I'll be right back. Let me get a fork, which I forgot. So with the fork, you just want to press down all along the edges. And there it is. It's a beautiful little jam puff or little fig turnover. And you want to do that to all of your little squares. Now, if you want to make smaller versions of this, you can definitely do that. Let me cut this. And you can make different shapes. So you can take half of a preserve. Say if you have more guests than expected and you want to make this little jar of jam go far. Like that. And you could really make these any shape you want. So here you have little squares. Go all around. Look how pretty that looks. Make a few more of these. Okay, so I'm going to continue making these, and then we'll pop them in the oven. They go in a preheated 375-degree oven. I'm going to also show you that before you put them in the oven, you want to brush them with the rest of this egg wash, like that. It's also a good idea to poke a few holes in them on the top. You can do that with your fork. That way the filling doesn't ooze out and they don't pop in the oven. Like that. And then to make it even more pretty and add a little more crunch, just put a few almonds on top like that. I'm going to finish these up, put them in the oven, and then show you what they look like when they come out. Okay, so my fig and almond puffs are done cooking. They're nice and they've gotten nice and toasted and a little more brown than I'd like them to get, but they're still going to taste fine. Let me show you what they look like when you cut into them. It's really flaky on the outside, and then the fig inside has cooked, and it's just like a Turkish delight. It's so beautiful. Okay, so we have I demonstrated how to make the bigger ones and the smaller ones. The smaller ones should look exactly the same inside. It's going to be really juicy and chewy on the inside with a nice crisp, not too sweet puff pastry on the outside. Go on my website, www.dimitrasdishes.com, subscribe to my channel, and tell all your friends about it. See you next time. Bye.